Hi everyone, salut tout le monde, hello zusammen. My name is Stephanie and welcome to my channel, Love, Learn, Bloom. Speaking up is today's topic. Communication plays such an important role in our lives, in all of our relationships, that I'll be talking about this topic several times on my channel because self-love, self-care, healing, and creating healthy relationships include communication. My focus today is on speaking up. It's so important to speak up when you feel something is not right, when you see something that is not right. Even if you're uncomfortable, and I know it can get uncomfortable. I used to be the person who would keep my mouth shut because I was uncomfortable with confronting people. I was uncomfortable with creating tension, being the negative one. After promising myself that I'll always speak up when something doesn't feel right, I'll always speak up when I want to express my needs or if I'm not happy with a behavior. After I made that promise to myself and kept it, and saw how freed I felt, even if what I was expressing didn't make the person happy or made the person uncomfortable, I felt so free. I was freed of that hurt I was carrying, that negative energy that I was carrying. When you see injustice, when you see someone being treated unfairly, speak up. Encourage children to speak up. When they speak up, ask them how they feel. Let them express themselves. Part of speaking up is also dealing with discomfort. So the person speaking up will be uncomfortable. The listener will also be uncomfortable. But it's okay. It's okay to be uncomfortable when having difficult conversations. But these difficult conversations are so important. So important to save lives, so important to improve relationships, so important to grow, so important to heal. Speaking up should be encouraged from childhood. I don't remember seeing it being encouraged as a child. When a child spoke up to say they didn't like something or what they wanted or they were unhappy with a behavior that their caretaker had or their parents had, they were either dismissed or scolded or punished, or what they were expressing was minimized. So they associate speaking up with negative consequences. So I definitely can understand why, as an adult, you don't know how to speak up, you're uncomfortable to speak up. But speaking up is so important. Speaking up is better than staying quiet. I've been in situations where I didn't say anything and I was hurting myself more by not speaking up for myself. Speak up for yourself. Speak up for others. Teach your children to speak up for themselves. I encourage my daughter to speak up, and she does. Actually, I never said to her to speak up to me, but when she does, I put my emotions, my ego on the side, and I listen to what she's saying when she's speaking up, when she calls me out on something, which is not all the time, but when she calls me out, it's good. She's expressing herself. I encourage. I may not like hearing it. For example, she called me out for being on my phone more than usual when I was trying to use it less. So that's good. I don't like hearing it. I'm uncomfortable hearing it. But I'm like, yeah, she's right. And I listen to her. It's important to encourage children to speak up because these are going to be adults speaking up later on. I also encourage her to speak up, to defend her friends, to defend the person that's being bullied in school. It's always better to speak up, even if you're awkward, even if you're scared, even if you're uncomfortable. It's always better to speak up. I know it's uncomfortable. I know it can be scary, but your voice is important. You need to speak up. Whenever you feel something is not right in your gut, you know when something doesn't feel right. You know when something is unfair, is unjust. speak up. When you're witnessing domestic violence or violence in the streets, you can speak up. You can call out behaviors that are harmful. When you see around you a person or people being treated unfairly or badly, kids being mistreated by their parents or caretakers, when you're witnessing something that is not right, speak up. Put a light on the person's behavior. We need to learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Speaking up is better than being quiet. I know it's uncomfortable. I know it's hard to have difficult conversations. When I've spoken up, I've seen it in my life, how it can improve relationships, it can improve situations. It's also going to free you. It's liberating. So I encourage everyone to speak up, kids to speak up, call people out on their behaviors, put a light on people's behaviors. Because when we don't speak up, the behavior may continue. But when we put a light on it, even if it's not a guarantee that the behavior will stop, but at some point, planting a seed in that person's head who's having the bad behavior will grow. They will start at some point to question their behavior. They might even look for ways to improve their behavior. In any relationship that you have, if you feel something is not right, if you want something to change, if you want your desires, your needs to be met, you need to express them. If somebody is treating you unfairly, is treating you badly, speak up. If someone is treating someone else badly, unfairly, speak up. If you like this message, I encourage you to share it with everyone. And thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I encourage you to speak up even when you're uncomfortable. I encourage you to speak up even when you're scared. Speak up and encourage kids to also speak up. So whenever they're going through something where they need to tell what's happening to them, they'll speak up. So whenever they see something that's not right being done to another person, they will speak up. Thank you again for watching, for listening. Share, comment, like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in another video. Ciao.